How much are you looking forward to the challenge of a do or die Game 6?
Yeah, we've been in this position before. It's one of those things where you embrace it. It's exciting. It's what you live for, really. Playing in front of your home fans. We did it against Milwaukee. We didn't do our job against Miami, so we played it harder then. We made it harder now. So let's come out here and we got to do exactly what we need to do.
Knowing that you have been in this position before the last two series, how much confidence does that give you guys for tomorrow?
Yeah, it gives us utmost confidence. Believe in everybody in the locker room, believe in everyone in this arena, because we know the type of resiliency we have, how we can perform and when we're at our best, and that's where you want the team to beat you when you're at your best.
Is there anything different you saw after watching film Game 5?
Same old. Take care of the ball, you win the game. Take care of the ball, you lose the game. So 19 turnovers is too much, especially when you defend the way we have. We're doing a good job defending, holding them to, I think they're averaging 105 or 104 in the series. So really it's just a matter of, for us, to make sure that we do our job on the offensive end of the court, make sure they don't get easy opportunities as well as the breakdowns that we have. Defensively, we've done a solid job, make sure we stay solid and don't have kind of lapses in judgment.
After a game like that, how much do you want to get back out there as a group on the bench? You guys had a tough game, contributing.
Yeah, for us, it's just a matter of doing our jobs. We want to come out there and play with the intensity and the need and urgency, and that's exactly what we need to do for tomorrow.
Are you guys feeling any extra pressure for tomorrow? Like, do you feel pressure, or?
You can't put pressure on yourself, honestly. If you do, that's when you start thinking about the outside noise versus you just focusing on basketball. You have as much confidence as anybody, so can't put any extra pressure. Can't worry about what people might say or what people might do if you lose or if you win. Like, all you can worry about is those 48 minutes down the line.
This whole season has been about overcoming challenges, and a lot of times those challenges are self-inflicted. Why do you think you guys get yourself in these spots, and what about the makeup of the team allows you to get out of it?
I guess we just, we like the challenge, I guess. I don't know what other answer I can give you, because we always talk about it and not making it happen, but we somehow do. So for us, it's just a matter of bouncing back and showing that resiliency we have and perseverance we have throughout the whole season. We're a team that no one thought was going to be good. We're a team that everyone kind of ruled out, thought we should break up. So at the end of the day, all that's been said already. So what more can be said other than come out there and do your job, win the game, and go out there and compete against a talented Golden State team?
Great. What are some things they do defensively that make them so difficult to score on, especially when they go small? They're still able to keep that high defensive level. Yeah,
I feel like we just making the right read gets you open looks. When you don't, it doesn't. When you try and force something or you try and, that's when the defense beats you. Their defense is very help-oriented. They want you to have to make the right read. If you don't, then that's when they get off to the races. And when they get off to the races, they're a tough team to score, to defend, and they're a tough team to keep in control. So for us, it's just a matter of understanding decision-making and making sure that we know exactly what we're looking for on both sides of the court.
And the word you keep hearing is spacing from you guys. Just what's been the difficulty in spacing the floor so far, and what are you trying to do to get more spacing and stuff?
Yeah, some of it's just like unawareness, you see it in the court, we're just standing all in the same area rather than taking 4 steps and getting down to the corner. Changes the whole game, because then the closeout scenarios are different. Then they can't necessarily help the same way they want to. But when you give them an opportunity where they can just load up and load the baseline or make it various boxes and elbows, it's tough to score on them. So shifting their defense, similar to that if you were shifting baseball or football and other scenarios. Like, it's just a matter of making sure that we understand exactly how we need to space the court to make sure we take advantage of all the 94 feet.
And it felt like that was a similar challenge against Milwaukee. You were able to solve a lot of that issue in that series. Just what's been the challenge for you in this series, getting your game going?
Challenge for myself. I feel like when you're out there, you make more of an impact, and I feel like sometimes you just have to do a job of being the presence, the physicality, being that threat more so than anything, and that's really it. Making sure that you take advantage of the opportunity you're given.
From a mental standpoint, what changes in the elimination game, if any? Do you kind of try to keep things more simple? How do you kind of focus on it?
Yeah, you follow the game plan, whatever that may be, and just and fully stick to it. You don't deviate. You don't try and shift from one way to the other, no matter if things are going poorly or great. You trust the work that you've done, and that's really it. Because when in games that aren't the same thing, if it's an elimination game or game 1, the whole idea is you approach it as if it's one game at a time. And it's a do or die game, so you have to play with more intensity and effort. But at the end of the day, the X's and O's stay remain the same.
I noticed your playlist was a little bit different. Was that intentional? Was it?
We don't control that. I was going to say it was entertaining. I love it. Candy Rain. I was about to say I'm a new edition guy. So like Michael Jackson, like all that stuff is super peppy for us.
Who controls it?
I don't know. I think it's just spread today.
Do you even notice the U.S. Open trophies here?
Yeah, absolutely. I don't know who's going to be my winner because it's hard for me to keep up right now with the Live and PGA and everything like that. So I don't really know the field right now. But in all honesty, I'm excited. It's in Boston. I wish we were here for it, but at the end of the day, I don't hope we are either. Like I want to be gone. So congratulations to whoever that winner may be. Hopefully we'll not be here to see it.
Grant, when you first learned the meaning behind the blank banner over at the practice facility, what'd you think?
It's for me. It's always been symbolic. It's been something that like motivates you, it drives you, because it's something that you want to make history. Really, not only just make history for individually, but as a team. Be a part of this Celtics dynasty or Celtics, longevity of the symbol. Everyone looks at the Boston Celtics and think of champions, and if you play for that team and you're not a champion, people don't really know, people don't remember. And at the end of the day, that's what matters to the city and this town. That's what matters to us. Less than anything else. No one really gives two craps about either conference champs or regular season champs. It's about the ultimate goal.
What do you think when you look up and you see the banners?
Oh, it inspires you every single day. Just walking into this building, this environment, the garden. Growing up watching it, growing up, I've never been to a Celtics game. Growing up, coming here and playing for the first time. My grandfather was a Celtics fan since day one. Sam Jones, Casey Jones, I remember hearing all the stories and being a fan of those teams. So really the Celtics are our family, and that's in a sense. So you just got to come out and approach it that way.
You talked about it a little bit, embracing the moment, also dealing with the pressure or trying to think that there is no pressure on you, but how do you personally deal with it when the stakes are this high?
Yeah, personally, for me, I really just kind of I don't really pay much mind. I'm very much so. I play board games, card games. Like I take my mind off of it, and at the end of the day, and then focus on watch film on the things you need to do. I don't really watch TV, things of that nature. I'm more so focusing on the mental side of myself than anything else.
Two more questions.
What have you learned about yourself in this wild ride of the season, like as a professional and just being on this team?
Yeah, what I've learned is there's a long ways for me to go. Through all the highs and the lows, there's still improvements to be made, and I'm my harshest critic. I don't know much else that I can say that than necessarily positively well. I think about the negatives and then move on from there. So for me, it's just a matter of continuing to challenge myself, continue to improve, and take each step in the journey and embrace it along the way.
Ime was just saying that you guys are spending too much time talking to the refs in Game 5, and that you need to focus your energy into the actual basketball. You guys have always kind of gone through that throughout the series and kind of focused towards the end. Do you feel like you've kind of said everything you need to say? You just kind of focus at this point on the basketball part?
Yeah, at the end of the day, you can't ask anyone to bail you out. You can't, it's the finals. You can't expect anything to be given to you. You have to go out there and take it if you really want it. And that's the approach that we have to have. And you can't rely on anybody else, whether it's the fans, whether it's the officials, whether it's the other team. You have to go out there and approach it as if like this is the last thing that is my ultimate goal, and this is what I really care only and solely about. And that's kind of how we have to approach it and leave everything else to the side.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.